What's up, Vape fam? How y'all doing? Welcome to a Sunday episode of the Ohm Kiwis. I'm a MOXLEY, and that's a Megan. How you doing today, honey? You're still at the shop. How's work been today?
Work was really slow today. really
Was it?
slow.
Oh, you had a boring day.
Yeah. It's like I actually served 2 customers and then just gave some advice to another one.
That was your day. That is a nice chill Sunday indeed.
Yeah, I really
Following
needed
with our chill session for the Savo.
it. Really needed the chill day. I'm so glad that it was really quiet.
Oh, you can tell us all about that in just a sec, honey. So, welcome everybody to episode 90 of the Ohm Kiwis this week. Apologies that it was not a Wednesday show for this week. We had a hiccup. It was called me. As we know by now, if you are a long-time viewer, that is, my health is very, very up and down, and I can get quite ill very suddenly, and that is exactly what happened early hours of Wednesday morning, and here I am going always on show day. So sorry for the postpone, guys. We're back for just a little wee chill, not too long tonight, but we'll hang for a while. Hang out with you guys. Of course, Megs has her setup winner to announce. Name her setup.
Yes.
And provided I stay well again this week, we will be back here as per normal on our normal Wednesday, New Zealand Wednesday, Tuesday night overseas.
Yeah, I'm starting to think to myself, should we just switch to a Sunday?
Well, I know, it's starting to get a little bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting a bit comfortable on the Sundays. It's like I'm a little bit relaxed and I'm not sort of fretting about trying to get my ass home in time. And
maybe it's a thing. Hey, guys, we want to hear from you. Is it more convenient for you guys, wherever you may be in the globe, if we do our show on a Sunday over winter? Megs is in the shop on Sunday, so that's why she's here again now. So, yeah, some feedback, guys. That'd be cool. So we'll do some shout out.
Same sort of like time slot. So sort of like 4:30.
Yeah. What's the feels like for whatever time it is, wherever you may be right now? We'll do some shout outs and stuff in a minute. Just let people roll in. So as you guys can see, I'm okay today. I'm not puking, which is always a bonus. Always a bonus. So yeah, I was feeling a little bit chatty today. So how was yesterday, Megs? Tell the peeps what you got up to.
Oh my god! Yesterday, now this is where I kind of wish that I had my handbag at arm's reach. I photographed or attempted to photograph a music festival here in Wellington called Homegrown. I've done Homegrown as with a media pass for I guess like the last 5 years. So this year was my 5th. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to do. Like to the point where I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, going to a vape day is easier than this.
Wow, vape days take a lot out of you.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're familiar with like the Wellington waterfront, you have the TSB Bank Arena, and that's where the rock stage is. And as you go around and follow the waterfront around, and you got Frankett's Park, where it's got the little playground with that crazy slide. Yeah, there's a stage like right there and the big grass verge that's on that playground, and then just up like a bunch of stairs above what would have been like the underground markets in the weekends, there's another stage there. And then sort of overlooking that, if you were to see the lagoon where that fountain is, you go to the other side of that and there was a market stall set up there with like food carts and all of that sort of thing going on there. And then just further around up past Te Papa towards the big New World.
Wow, that's really spread out.
Yeah, it's really, really spread out. There's 2 more stages over there. So they all cater for different genres. So like I mentioned, like the TSB Bank Arena had the rock stage. Frankett's Park had like the city stage, which kind of had our local acts. And kind of just beyond that was one which was sort of sponsored by Canteen, so they had like a lot of like the New Zealand kind of pop bands and things like that, like some of the popular ones that are currently sort of like running on that. And then further around where the New World is, you had the electronic stage. So they had all of like the electronic acts and stuff in New Zealand playing there. And then right by New World was the Dub and Roots stage. I spent a fair chunk of time at the Dub and Roots stage. I love that stage.
I'm not surprised.
Some amazing acts on that one. And I got to catch up with LJ, who's actually in the chat right now, at the Dub and Roots stage. And we had a fucking ball.
Yay. Yay.
Yeah, it was pretty wicked, eh? It was really awesome. And being able to actually spend homegrown with somebody else makes it a bonus. There was one year where I didn't take anyone with me, or I wasn't able to catch up with anybody, and my god, it was long, tedious, and boring. So it's always good to sort of catch up with somebody, whether on purpose or just by accident. And yeah, and I was like catching up with LJ. It was like, oh, please, please, please say that you're going to be there. She's like, yes, I'll be there. I was like, oh, fuck yes, someone to catch up with. And yeah, it was awesome.
Just for extra clarity for our audience, the festival, music festival that Megs is talking about, yes, it's called Homegrown, as in homegrown talent in New Zealand, not any other meaning, y'all.
Yes, that's what that means. So we're talking about New Zealand artists. So there were 45 acts on throughout the day. Yeah, it was a very, very long day. And my god, was my body screaming by the time it finished.
Oh, I bet. No wonder you're loving your chill Sunday then.
Oh, shit, yes.
Awesome. Well, we've had a few people saying that they like this time slot, Megan. Feel free to message us and comment at our Facebook page as well. Or message us and comment rather. Yeah, your feels on this time slot, whether or not it could be a thing for us to permanently switch to Sunday here in New Zealand, this sort of time slot, and yeah, just give us your feedback on that. I've heard from a few people, but there is many of you out there, many. All right, we got.
I have to say, it's like, yes, I have to completely agree. It was a bloody miracle that I found LJ.
I'll bet.
It was hilarious because it was getting sort of like later on into the afternoon. So sort of, I think it wasn't until, I don't know, I think it was like sometime after 5, just as it started getting dark here. Because yeah, with daylight savings, it gets dark a lot quicker. I thought to myself, it's like, okay, Cora's on stage, and it's like, okay, I'll take a quick shot. And I took a shot of where I was standing right in the front, like in the pit, the photographer's pit. And I took a photo and I sent it to LJ and I went, I'm here. And she was like, oh, you're right up the front. And it's like, yeah, I'm way, way up the front. And took a shot of like the pit showing the stage and the crowd. So I'm like, I'm where I'm not getting squished. And
I just spilled juice all over me. Sorry.
And yeah, she told me where she was. She was like right by the sound tent. And I went straight towards the sound tent, got to the back of it and thought, okay, now left. Is she's talking about if you're looking at the stage to the left of the sound tent, or if you're looking at the sound tent to the left of it there? And I just kind of tried to sort of look through, and I looked down the left side of the sound tent as you're staring at the stage, and I think I see her head. And sort of had to, you know, maneuver my way through the crowd, and it was like, oh my god, fucking miracle, I found you. Yeah, so as soon as it gets dark, it's like it's impossible to find people unless you can pinpoint exactly where you are. And yeah, it was, yeah, I did it.
Yay! Yeah, there's literally thousands of people at the Homegrown Festival. Literally thousands there to see all the New Zealand musical talent. I just want to remind everybody as well, YouTube now records the live chat for the replays of our shows. So just if you had forgotten for a minute or two, just reminding you guys, live chat is now recorded. Yeah, should we do some shout outs, darling? There's a few people hanging.
Sure.
I think they like this time slot. We had a suggestion from Kenny to post it up on the Facebook page and get more of a broad answer. That's actually
we could do like a poll.
Yeah, that might be a really, really good idea. But always lovely to hear feedback from our live crowd interacting with us. All right.
Okay. I'm just going to quickly show before you do the shout outs. Hopefully this will work. That's just one of the stages. It's the Double Roots one. I think it's from last year's. And yeah, that's essentially the crowd that I'm kind of just down in that corner there. That's the little sound tent, and I managed to find LJ like right in that tiny little square.
That's really awesome that you did find her. And yeah, we know you Americans are going, that's not a crowd. That's nothing for a concert. That was just one stage at a multiple stage festival, and y'all got to remember, New Zealand's little compared to you guys.
We're babies.
So that's a big inner city festival that's going on, and yeah, like Meg said, that was just one of the stages from last year's festival. All right, okay, holla hollas. All right, now just reminding you guys, of course, if you are wanting a holla, a shout out, a whatevs from us, type out there in live chat and your name pops up in a wee little listy that we read from. So big hollers and loves going out to Mr. Aaron at the top of my list today. And we have a special guest in the house, Megan.
A special guest.
Our friendy, Mr. Brandon Campion even,
yes,
of Broadside and BJ Box Mods is hanging out
there. Love and respect for that man.
Brandon, I hope you noticed which mod I have in my hand today. Love you, darling.
My BJ Box mod is currently in the display cabinet.
And also that means a shout out and mwah to the lovely Megs, a newly acquired DRIPPIN doll to the team, and Mr. Brandon's fiance loves you, darling.
Yeah.
All right, loves going out to another one of our dolls, Miss LJ in the house. I bet you had a ball with Megan yesterday, honey. Oh, Mr. G's here. The boss is spying on you, darling. What's up, Garen? Hope you're having a lovely day, honey. We have Miss Christchurch Joe hanging out with us right now. Mr. Kenny B in the house. I always love saying that, like Kenny G. We got Mr. Kenny B in the house. And we have our Miss Maxie Doe hanging out there, of course. Oh, we have a Lawrence. Lawrence is at work today. So we have a mid-level Carvin chilling with us.
Lawrence.
Mwah. Loves to you, darling. We have a Miss Nadia hanging out with us. I see you received your prize, darling. I hope you're enjoying those juices. They are divine. Oh, my list disappeared. Who else? So, hey, Raven's chilling with us. What's up, Raven? And we have Mr. Greg. Oh, 2 Canadas in the house. Mr. Greg and Mr. V-Dog. Mr. Vince are chilling with us from Canada today. What's up, darlings? And of course, there we go. My whole chat's just disappeared because of the listing. It does it every time. Like, take the list away, and I gotta wait for Cat to come. Cat to come back.
The chat cat.
The chat cat. Right, I'm gonna do a couple of extra hollers because I didn't see their names, but they may still be listening. Big loves and holler out there to Lifa. Mr. Gizzy was in chat earlier. Mr. Sport Life was strolling around. Who else did I see? Holla loves going out to Gavin. Rolled on by. And I saw somebody else. Oh, Vanessa's out there. I knew I saw a couple other names. Hi, Vanessa. How you doing, darling? Out there he is. Mr. TC Vapes in the house. Holla at you, darling. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, there's another name. Hello, Mitch. Welcome, welcome. Oh, there's another name. Mr. Import Man in the house. Holla, darling. I see, I like doing the scroll back because of those names that popped in. Oh, and there's Linky was talking earlier. And we have Miss Jen also. See, we always, a scroll back is valued. Right, have I got everybody now? And, oh, no, there's a Mr. Dave. Holla at you, Dave. Is that everybody now? Right, yeah, like I said, if you guys want a holla, of course. Oh, no, I missed one. Mwah, loves to you too, Sarah. Yeah, if you guys want to holla, just do a wee little typing out there in the live chat box and your name pops up. Yeah. Oh, and there's another name. Hello, Shane. Holla at you too, darling. And of course, whether you're listening, watching in lurk, or just laughing at us, hey, Lucas. Hi. Yeah, hope you have a fabulous day wherever you guys may be across the globe. What are you vaping on today, Megs? Is it just the special modern question?
Well, I have one other. It just happens to be the mod that I was actually sporting as I was doing shooting homegrown. So I just took the Pulse squonky thing with me. Just to save. Yeah, it saves having, to drip because I prefer drippers. So
I know, it's just the way you said that. Oh, the squonky thing.
Yeah, the squonky thing. Yeah,
hey, Shakira!
So the juice that I'm vaping on is WOW. So with the Tesla, or the newly named, to be named setup.
To be named, about to be announced name.
Yeah, got what's very little left of my jackfruit jungle. And on my squonky thing, I'm currently vaping on Voodoo Blue from Vape Canyon.
Oh, yeah, you're really liking that Voodoo Blue. I haven't seen you like throw a juice so wholly into your rotation, being that it's not a small bottle. Yeah, and you've just like, that one's right on in there. Just come to the...
I practically drink it. Although I have to say, I kind of almost did when I went to refill the bottle. I kind of overfilled it a bit because in order to put the top back on to put it back into the box, I have to leave a bit of a gap so I can squeeze the bottle a touch just to put the top back on it. Otherwise, it just goes out the little hose extension pack. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm talking about. The little plasticky hosey bit, and it just goes all over the place. Excuse me while I get really female that doesn't know anything about vaping.
It's so difficult, guys. That was so difficult. Are you sure you work in a vape shop?
That's what I kind of was like, oh no, I'm laughing at myself. Oh my gosh. I'd be that person and be like, do you even know what you're talking about? About 50% of the time. No. Oh my god, Maxie.
I know, she's got a little promo going on out there in chat, doesn't she?
Oh, it's just scary. It's like 10 more episodes till we hit episode 100.
Yeah, we're at episode 90, and of course, if you guys are long-time viewers, or if you are tuning in for the first time, you may be hearing about it for the first time, we are trying to get to 1K, guys, 1K subs, and we're going to do a mass giveaway. We are acquiring things from anyone who would like to piff forward old gear, new gear, juice, whatever. If you would like to contribute to the 1K giveaway and piff forward some gear, we are going to give away some mystery boxes. We're hoping to accumulate, we have a wee bit of stuff, but we're hoping to make a decent prize for a starter kit, an intermediate vapor, and an advanced vapor. So at least one of each, hoping to do three prizes. So yeah, help us get to 1K, guys. contact me at the Facebook page. Message me if you would like to contribute some gear in any way. I will throw my Addy at you. Oops, probably shouldn't have said that on YouTube. Yeah, so there's lots of fun, exciting things coming up when we get to 1,000 subs. What have I got going on today? Oh, actually, I've got some excitings. To talk about. So, Brennan, I love this mod. Just want to say, darling, of course, you guys have seen me talk about it before. If you're long-time viewers, apologies, my autofocus is off. This is a lovely personalized custom beauty from Mr. Brandon at BJ Box Mods. Love this to pieces. Whoops, nearly knocking over another mod. Hang on. Show the thing, Mox. Get the thing open.
The things and stuffs.
The thing. There you go. Because y'all don't see it enough. Love this to pieces. And today I am rocking a new juice. Will be launched next week. This week, actually, I should rephrase that. This week. This coming episode, Wednesday, Wednesday, New Zealand time, we're launching some new juice. Not our juice, but yeah, there's a new juice line coming out. And I'm vaping some of it today. I'm allowed. I'm like, do I show the label? Do I not? We're launching it next week.
No, we'll do it next week.
I have an old label anyway. That's why I'm sort of like, do I show it? This isn't a correct one. But I am vaping raspberry hard candy from the new, about to be launched New Zealand Vape Fam juice line. All the details about that will be on the next episode, guys. Really yummy. If you like raspberry hard candy, as in like hard-boiled raspberry drops, there's several different names for them here in New Zealand, but raspberry hard candy. Yeah, it's a good one.
I didn't even know that there was a lovely ladies in YouTube tab.
Oh, what? Oh my
That's
God,
kind of
really?
cool.
Sorry, I totally wasn't like paying attention to. Is that for real?
Really?
Are we like on YouTube trending or some shit? Like what? They allowed us in New Zealand. That's so funny. Cool.
That was a joke.
Yeah. Like, like.
That would have been so cool, though.
I know, right? And I have got my trusty old daily going on here, my Limitless on my Captain. And I have some of our recently tasted Fog Farm of spiked pear going on in my Limitless. And I actually realized after we finished the last episode, before I got sick, I mentioned that this mod had become extra special to me, and I didn't elaborate why. And I only realized after we got off the show, after, I always remember the things that we didn't say as soon as we go off here. But I remember stating that this mod had become special to me, and I didn't terribly elaborate. I was trying to get through what I was saying at the time, and in hindsight, I know why I got distracted. This mod lived through the accident with me unharmed. That's why it became extra special. Didn't go flying around the car, didn't donk me in the face out of where it was in my little console pocket thingy. Yeah. And believe me, when I got out of that car again and went to leave the accident site, I was really needing a vape. So this lovely lady is extra special now. So yeah, just to elaborate on that last wee little comment that I had made, that I remembered that I'd made it. Oh, hey Barry, how you doing, honey? We got some more people strolling on in. Right, okay, I'm just gonna do a wee little scroll back. And check. Oh, it is Sammy and Dunedin. Hey darling, it has been a long time. I wasn't sure which Sam that was out there, that's why I asked for clarification. Oh, yes, you did notice correctly, Greg. I have the drop on my BJ Box mod. And there is a drop solo coming out very soon, according to Greg. I have been a little bit out of the loop with what's going on in the States right at the minute, so I'm not sure what new products are coming out. Drop solo, can I assume that new drop solo product is also coming from Brian at the Vapor Chronicles there, Greg? That would be way cool if he's bringing out another one already.
Guess is out there too. Hi guys.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Oh, hi Maxie's mum. I just spotted that in chat.
Yeah, I giggled. Okay, bubbles. Bubbles.
Okay, sorry, I am trying not to be distracted by chat. I'm just trying to catch up. Oh, y'all are so chatty today. Okay, so, yeah, that was a little bit of a teaser, that wee little juice. We got exciting things coming. I mean, I'll do it like this. We got exciting things coming. All the details about that next episode. Oh, bless. So, Megan, it's Sunday, and yeah, we'll get another show on Wednesday again. So we'll do the poll. No, I'm just saying, we'll do the poll, and on this Wednesday, on the show this Wednesday, announcing the things, we'll announce the poll as to whether or not our day will be shifting. Okay. Does that work? Does that work for you guys out there, fam? Oh yay! It is another Brian product been working his magic. Lovely. Woohoo! Yes, I love my drop. It's a great RDA. I give it many a kudos. Who else did I just spot? I seen someone, Miss Jen, another Jen, Miss Jen Wig, as opposed to Miss Jen 44 South. What's up? What's up? Oh, and of course, I hope everybody had a fantastic Easter break wherever you were in the world, the globe. I also, that last episode, forgot to say have a good Easter. So, you know, like I say, we remember these things when we get off air.
Yes.
So, you know, Megan, the people out there, they want to know if you've made a decision.
Have I made a decision? What's this decision I'm supposed to be doing?
Your competition, you silly girl. I think she was fucking with y'all.
Dramatic pause for effect.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and she takes a beverage pause. Tell the people what they're winning. What's happening from this giveaway?
Okay. So the winning name that I picked from the post that I had done on our Facebook page was to give this a name. This is the first colourful sort of setup that I own ever. And I figured it would be appropriate to just, you know, give her a name. But of course I couldn't think of a name. So I did a post out on our Ohm Kiwis Facebook page, basically just asking, it's okay, name my setup. And the winning name would win a 30ml bottle of juice on me that we supply here at the dispensary. So yeah, so I will buy whatever 30ml bottle of juice that we stock here and is in stock, and I will send it to you.
So for the winner to pick, would they find said menus available on dispensary website or Facebook page or something?
Yeah, the website would be the best place to look. Yeah, so just go have a look at the dispensary website. I really should know this by heart.
Can I just say, guys, I wanted to enter.
Oh, it's really easy too. You could have entered.
No. That's just silliness. Me enter a competition you're running on our show. I know I wasn't going to enter.
I'm not biased.
But I wanted to enter. I was thinking of all the names. I quite like some of them that got thrown out there in the mix. Did you whittle your finalists down.
Yeah.
I know you had finalists.
I ended up having to just copy all of the comments that were in that post. So when I shared the post, it's like, yeah, ideally you needed to actually really comment your name suggestions on the original post that I had made, like on the Ohm Kiwis page, because if it's commented somewhere else where I've shared it, I'm not going to pick it up, because I'm purely looking at that main page. So if you commented somewhere else, apologies, that name doesn't end up going into the list. Instruction,
no
people.
need to
it is
apologize.
Important to read instruction.
That's the one. Don't apologize if they commented in the wrong place, and that's on you guys, darlings. No, just read properly.
Yeah, so I had to do like a bit of a copy and paste like into a Word document and kind of get rid of all of the extra junk that happened to be copied over and kind of read through the list and just delete. You know, it was a process of elimination. So that was what I did to try and pick out like the winning name. I was really hoping that people would get, there were a few people, but I was hoping for more people to get really creative with it. But it had to be a name that would actually stick. And I found one that actually would stick. Because it made me giggle, as well as sort of like there was a bit of nostalgia to it. And yeah, Mox ended up reminding me of that nostalgia as to like why I sort of like found this particular word like really sort of like, yeah, I want that one. But there were some really, really awesome names on there.
Now, for anybody who's never named a mod, it isn't as easy as it sounds. Just like naming your dog, your cat, your car, whatever you might name in your world, the name has to stick. You know, you have to be able to remember it. Look at that item. Are you going to remember the name, or are you just going to go mod? You know, that's what we mean by like stick. That name has to flow when you go, hey, look, here's my girl. You know, I call this mod Gur, and you guys know that. So, hey, look, here's my Phoenix. You know, like stuff like that. It's got to stick so that when you look at the item, you remember its name. And then you struggle to go, shit, what's that product actually called? Because you call it by its name all the time.
See, whereas myself, when it comes to like any of my gear that I get, I just call it what it's called. Such as this. It's like, yep, it's the Pulse BF mod with the Pulse 24.
So that's it's your squonky.
And it's my squonky thing. No, it's the first time I've actually called it that. But yeah, I literally call it just exactly what it's called. And it's much the same like when I have my Hustler. Yeah, I'm rocking my Hustler from Legit Mods. I call my setups exactly as to what they are called. So, being that this thing is like all pretty, rainbowy coloured and purple and stuff, I thought to say, no, yeah, let's give it a name. And yeah, there were some awesome suggestions. But yeah, I managed to narrow it down to about 5, and then I was kind of repeating them over and over, and sort of thought it's like, okay, yeah, let's see which one actually sort of rolls off the tongue really nicely, and I'm quite happy to say. And I did pick a winner. So should I even reveal? No.
Should I even? Do you want me to do drum roll this week?
Yes.
We'll do a swap. You ready?
Go. Do it.
Is the audience ready? Do you guys want to know what name Megs picked? Delay. Yeah, I know there's a delay. All right, I'm doing a drum roll.
And the winner is Blurple Rain.
Yeah, Blurple Rain. Oh my god, Blurple, like those popsicles we had when we were kids. Is that what I reminded you about?
Yes.
Blurple Rain. And who was the namer of Blurple Rain?
The namer of that name is Sean Drum.
Ah, Shawnee! I'm just writing down your winner's name, darling. Just so that we don't forget it. Right, Blurple Rain. So can I start singing Purple Rain every time I see your mod now?
Well, you don't even have to say like Purple Rain. You can just go.
Yeah, it's got its own theme song now too. Blackpool rain,
Yeah.
Blackpool rain. Yeah, totes. Yeah, yay! So congratulations, Drummy. You're the man. You did the win. You did the win.
It's hilarious though, because he had like a number of names on there as well. And some of them made me laugh, but that one really stood out. And it was like,
Did you specify one entry? Because if that wasn't specified,
it wasn't specified. It was like, and what was funny is that there were a few names that actually got repeated. So Rainbow Warrior was one that got repeated. Purple Rain got repeated. And then there were a couple that had said Harlequin. And yeah, I thought it was like, oh yeah, that's kind of neat. And yeah, so but Blurple Rain, Blurple, I like saying Blurple, Blurple Rain it became.
Blurple. Oh my god, it's totally stuck in my head now.
Never gonna be able to sing the song the same again.
Nah, ever. It's alright when I look at when I watch Invader Zim, I have to go and get my Tesla, and I vape with my Tesla while I'm watching Invader Zim. So it's like these associations, man. Like, yeah, okay. So that might have association to a song and a popsicle, and voila, it has memories and its own theme song, like instantly.
So, and that's the other thing. I mean, it's like, yeah, I love the song as well, yeah, and absolutely love Prince. But yeah, I think it was more the fact that it was like, yeah, what are you vaping on today, Megan? I'm vaping on Blurple Rain.
Now you realise you're going to have to elaborate every time I ask you what setup you're vaping on, but that isn't the juice flavour.
That is awesome.
Oh, Joe, love you, because you know I'd be right there with you, honey. Yeah, Purple Rain is a good one in the playlist, and actually I will be right there with you because it will never be sung properly again.
That's right. That is right.
And that is how you get a name to stick. Whoa! Blackpool Rain, Blackpool Rain. So it's just like that one little melody bit that's repeating. It's looping. It's looping. Calm down, Mox.
Just over.
See, I don't see you guys for over a week, and I start going a little bit cabin fever and get up all up in here, and I go a little bit cray-cray. Oh my God, what's up, Mr. Daniel in the house? DJ LSB just strolled in. How are you liking the States, Daniel?
Right. Yeah, he moved.
Yeah, he's moved. He's got a new studio. I have. Oh, I was so excited for you when I actually saw your Facebook post and was sitting there going, "Oh, look at your new studio!" And I was having a wee drool over your setup, darling. So I hope everything is going lovely for you after the move. Yeah, we're live. If you're not up late on a Tuesday night, Daniel, you tend to miss us. So, ta-da! We're here on a whole different day. Yeah. And I'm liking some of this feedback we're getting. I have a feeling, Megan, that we will do the poll on our Facebook page, guys, and ask you guys your thoughts. But I have a feeling we're going to end up moving to Sunday. We've got a whole lot of our crew strolling on in who haven't seen us for a wee while. So,
yeah.
You know, could be a thing. Could be a thing. Awesome. Right. Megan just announced her winner. Congratulations.
Okay, I'm rewound yourself.
Yes, because I'm glitching. Pause. Congratulations again to Mr. Sean Drum. Oh, there we go, radio voice. Yeah, that was an awesome wee win. So I guess that was a contact Megan or contact our Facebook page, and Megan and I both get the messages. So
yeah, contact the Facebook page, like the Ohm Kiwis. So what I'll probably end up doing anyway is that I will do another post, because I know that Sean doesn't necessarily catch the show every week. So I'll most likely do a post sort of like announcing him as the winner of the name and for him to get in touch. But yeah, it's really awesome. And it's like, I love it when people sort of come together and just throw ideas around and, you know, help you sort of get to that end zone, you know?
Yeah, totally. And just to recap for your awesome entry there, Sean, you have won a 30ml bottle of juice from the dispensary stock on Megan. So, yeah, holla, and we get you sorted out, darling. I'll actually probably have to message him and tell him to holler at us because I'm not pretty sure he's either at work or family timing being a Sunday. Oh my God. Yes, I agree, Raven. Cream is another great song.
He's got
Raven's
lots of excellent songs.
Yeah, Raven's vote was for best Prince song is Cream, but I don't know about best, but it's very much up there, another greatest hit for myself. Oh, yeah, I like that, Daniel. He is now, hang on, I'm going to say it right now, Michiganese. Did I get it out right? Michiganese. Yeah. Michigan plus Portuguese equals New Daniel.
Michiganese.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, I seen now Gizzy, Mr. Sportclive out there in chat. Why do you know what Prince looks like in ladies' underwear? I know he was a crazy rock star, but was there some photo shoot out there in life that I missed and suddenly everybody has seen this? Because that's a weird visual. Just saying. Reminding y'all that live chat is also recorded.
Oh, and there's a question for me. Have I been building lately? Not extensively, no. I'm here at work for 6 days a week. If I can manage to sort of like do a build, it's usually something really quick and easy. So like at the moment, like both of my setups that I'm currently vaping on right now they just have fused Claptons in them. They're quick and easy to do, and I can just chuck them in and go. My patience kind of seems to be wearing a little bit thin these days.
No, you need build again.
Tiredness and just being super busy and blah, blah, blah. I think the last I suppose more intricate build that I've done was one that I was hoping to do for Taranaki Vape Day, and I didn't get a chance to finish it. So I had attempted to finish it when I got back.
I attempted.
Oh well, I suppose I did finish it. It wasn't exactly what I wanted to make, but in order to just get it done and out of the way, I had to make do with what I could at the time. So instead of becoming a bit more of an intricate-y thing, build,
you settled for less.
Yeah, I settled for a little bit less. So I ended up just sort of creating just a big staple stagger fuse Clapton.
It looks like I might have to go and rewatch some early Prince videos from the early 80s. Okay then.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I remember a few videos from my childhood, but not those ones. So I might have to go and do some research.
Either that, or we've watched these videos and we're just completely oblivious to the fact that he was wearing women's underwear.
This is also an option, you know. Attire and fashion is so subjective these days. Anything could be the go. And we might not have even noticed he was wearing a pair of laces. Who knows? Who knows? Right, we're just chilling and rambling a little bit tonight, guys, and catching up with everybody, seeing as this week all got messed up a little bit. So, yeah, hit thumbs, hit the sub, all of the things. But yeah, ask us any questions if you have any. Like if you're a new viewer, who are we? That is one I'm surprised we don't get asked more often, to be quite honest. But that was just an example. Yeah, ask any of the things.
Who are you?
Who am I? Are you
I'm
sure
just
you
a
want me to
girl.
answer that question? It could be a long one. Okay, now you have Gwen Stefani in my head.
You're welcome.
Why are all the songs popping in today?
Do you remember that day that it's like, yeah, just about anything that came up was, ended up becoming a song for me. I think it was like the last show that we did, I had that happen. My goodness. Songs were just popping in left, right, and centre from anything and everything that people were saying. It's like, ah!
Oh, well, it's my turn tonight then.
Yeah. Although I have to
I'm
admit
just
that right after I said it, it's like, yeah, the song popped into my head and it was like, yeah, I'm just a girl in the world.
okay. My answer, if you were to give me one line in replacement of that, just a slight variation, but I can't think of a song that goes with it. It's a lot of places on my social media. It's a line that people will actually find in my bios, or used to. I'm not sure how many I've left it on. I am a strange, eccentric woman, as opposed to just a girl. Yeah, I'm a strange,
Yeah.
eccentric.
No, given we didn't make it to Tauranga Vape Day. It's getting a little bit harder to get around to all of the vape days now, because so many keep popping up, and it becomes a bit of a financial struggle when there are so many sort of clustered in such a short time frame. I mean, even though I'm already here in Wellington, like we had Wellington in January, and then when was the next one?
Oh, there's real questions rolling in now.
Yeah, we had Wellington Vape Day, followed
Wellington,
by
Taranaki.
and then there was Tauranga.
Yeah.
Um,
And the next one coming up is Christchurch, fam, 19th of
yeah.
May.
And that was the thing that I had to sort of like look at when it came to going to Tauranga, is that I needed to make sure that I could get to Christchurch. Because for Christchurch Vape Day, both Mox and I are emceeing that event. So I have to make sure that I can get to Christchurch and back home again. Whereas Tauranga Vape Day this year, we weren't emceeing it. E-Juice Bar sort of took the reins on that one, and and they emceed the day. I would have loved to have just rocked up and just been a punter, but there wasn't anyone that I knew of who was actually attending that I could just jump in a car with. So that's what kind of happened there.
Okay, I'll just go in order of these questions that have strolled on out.
Okay.
When we have downtime, what do we both enjoy doing in that downtime?
Well, you can go first if you want.
Downtime. I watch a lot of live streaming on the internet. That sounds so boring, but yeah, no, I suffer quite a bit of chronic illness, invisible illness, both physical and mental, and you guys see me when I'm feeling perky and chatty, but a lot of my world isn't so much so. So I spend a lot of time on the couch and in bed watching things. Unfortunately, in the last few years, my passions have actually gone a little bit by the wayside. Combination of the time I dedicate and have dedicated in the last few years to vape life, being online, all of the activities, the vape events, our show, like vape life just effectively have taken over in so many aspects for me. And then on the other side of that being my health is literally don't know what is going on until I wake up that day. So my passions are still there. They just have been a little bit
for now.
Yeah, on hold. Haven't gone, just a little bit neglected. And they would be I'm an artist. I'm an abstract mixed media artist. I paint on canvas with things, not just paint. Pastels, watercolors. I don't use oil so much, more an acrylic painter. But I'm very abstract and very mixed media, and there is such an eclectic range of art in my house. That is one of mine. The one above the fireplace, right above my head, isn't, but that one that's a watercolor even. And I sew. I'm a seamstress. I make clothes. So hence why there is a mannequin always in the background with my Ohm Kiwis hoodie on it or some such other shirt, because that mannequin is there with about 3 projects hanging off it underneath my Ohm Kiwis hoodie. They're all semi finished. I have tried to get more motivation with my sewing back. I can pick up my sewing a little bit easier than trying to find inspiration for canvas. I'm a really emotional person, so I don't know, pouring my heart and soul and love into art of any form. Form works, but um, creating effectively. And there's a whole nother side of me in the background that has been an event organizer for many years in the music festival scene, the underground scene here in New Zealand, which is where all of my qualities came in for Vape Life effectively, and the admin stuff and the events and all of that. So I would like to say my downtime is my crafts, my passions, but of late it hasn't been, unfortunately. But we know Megan's has, because she went and did some yesterday.
Yes. So for me, usually like in my downtime, I try to spend it with my family or my flatmate and her daughter. I try to get like a bit of, sort of like not one-on-one, but sort of try to be there in person with others who I care about. And yeah, because a lot of the time I'm in now, sort of like with me, like working here at the dispensary, so I don't get a lot of that with a lot of my closer friends or any of my family. I'm hoping to kind of like sort of change that a little bit, because it's been a while since I've seen my parents. I think the last time I actually caught up with, say, like my old man, my dad. My dad is my everything. I love him to pieces, and the last time I saw him, I think was like about two or 3 weekends ago. He stopped in at the shop to visit me while I was working one Sunday, and that's usually when I end up sort of like seeing whether it's my mum or my dad, is if they happen to come to the shop in the weekends when I'm working. But they only stick around for about half an hour to an hour, and then they've got to sort of like dart off again. So it's kind of like short and sweet sort of thing, like visit when they're visiting me here at the shop. Otherwise, it's a much longer period of time where I spend an actual decent chunk of time with my folks when I actually visit them at home. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've done that. I managed to catch up with my eldest niece last night. That was absolutely wonderful. She's 14, and yeah, I've missed her terribly. She has such an amazing personality that I just want to be able to, kind of just engulf myself in it. Yeah, my nieces and my nephews are my life. I don't have kids myself. So yeah, my sister's kids are essentially my children. But I haven't seen them for a while, so I'm kind of missing them.
I know
So
that.
if I'm not doing the whole whānau and friend thing, yeah, photography is my other passion, which has gone a wee bit on the wayside.
But you picked up your camera yesterday.
Yeah, I picked it up yesterday. It had been several months since I had picked up my camera. And yeah, and it was simply because a photography friend of mine got in touch with me saying that he's got passes or media passes for homegrown, and I thought, it's like, well, what the heck? It's been a while since I've picked up my camera. It's about time I went out and did some shooting. And yeah, I have to admit, I was really nervous come the day of. The night before, I went through the whole process of getting my camera gear ready, cleaning it up, and making sure that it was all good to go, and yeah, making my way out to the actual event itself. I'm thinking to myself, am I going to get some good photos? Am I going to fuck it up? Because it's been a while.
Look it up.
It's not like a simple case of just picking up the camera and just point and shoot. Yeah, it's a bit of an art form to photography, and being able to get that. Yeah, and it's trying to ensure that it's like, yeah, in order to nail that shot, you've got to have your settings correct, and that composition's got to be on point. And that's the thing that I love about event photography, is that it's really challenging in the way, like, especially if you're photographing a musician or a musical act that you've never photographed before. Like I mentioned, I've shot homegrown 5 years in a row, and there have been a few acts that have been repeat artists, but there were also a number of acts that I'd never photographed before. And you have to anticipate exactly where that artist is going to be. And if you're not familiar with their stage presence, it gets really interesting. But yeah, that's those sort of things when it comes to photography are what drives me to do it. It's the challenging aspect, especially when you're photographing a band, even though it's outside, whether it's outside or inside, as soon as the lights sort of go down and you end up in a low light situation, those sort of things, I also love that kind of stuff, because that's also challenging, because you're wanting to try and get like those shots and get them crisp and clear without much motion blur, because that is a common thing that happens as soon as there's not enough light, because photography is essentially light painting. That's what it sort of translates to. And you're relying on the light to expose your subject. And yeah, when that low light photography thing hits, it's like, yep, that's where it becomes a lot more challenging and a heck of a lot more fun for me.
What's the camera that you use?
The camera I use at the moment, it's an entry-level thing that I've had for about 6 years now. I am in the process of looking at upgrading. I need to purchase a new camera. And it was my first DSLR actually that I ended up purchasing. I never ever thought that I would want to upgrade it as soon as I got it. And yeah, I think about a year after I purchased it, I then realized it's like, oh, I want to upgrade. So at the moment I shoot with a Canon EOS 600D, and I'm currently looking at upgrading to an EOS 6D Mark II, possibly the 5D Mark III. Those are the two camera bodies that I'm currently looking at. If I had the coin, I would go even bigger and look at the 1DX possibly. But that's crazy expensive, that one. It's like 10 grand just for the body. But it shoots like 10 frames a second or something. So it's like... brrr, brrr.
Do you have a photography page on Facebook?
I do. It's been rather neglected, however. It's Meg Photography.
That's the title of the page on your URL. I'm putting it out in chat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really badly neglected. I really need to update it. I don't even remember the last thing I shot on there. I also do like quite a bit of portrait photography. I love shooting things, well, not things. More like I love shooting people when they're in like their environmental elements. And I suppose by like saying that, I'm kind of looking more at my family whenever I go to family functions and things like that. Well, not functions, but family gatherings, and just seeing them just all together and stuff. If I can capture like a really good portrait of them as they're doing their thing. Candid's are nice, but I also like it when people look at the camera, and that's usually what I end up waiting for when I do like candid shots. It's like I'm waiting for them to realize that there's a camera pointed in their direction, and just that sudden look in my direction, click, and I've got it.
We're having a photography moment here, guys. Daniel wants to know if you would change from DSLR to full frame mirrorless.
I would definitely consider it. It's been a while since I've looked at some mirrorless options. I know Canon have some really good options that are currently on the market, but I've also been looking at Sony. Sony have piqued my interest as well.
Peek. peek. All right. So, yeah, guys, Megs is a photographer. I've thrown some links out there in the live chat, and also if you follow Megan on Instagram, Ohm Kiwi, link down in the
I have
description.
another one as well. So Ohm Kiwi, that's ultimately where I just put my vape-related stuff.
That's right.
For my more personal and some of my photography things, I put it on my other Instagram account when I do get around to it. So that's Megs79. Yeah, that kind of just gives, I'm not even going to explain the 79. I've probably already given it away.
Okay, if you guys want to follow that page on her Instagram, yep, go and search her out. Megs79. I've put her Facebook photography page out in the live chat for linkaging though. Yeah, okay, so I lost where I was up to. There's lots of chatting been going on.
I just thought it's like, show us a pic, and yeah, the only one that I can really think of. I mean, it's going to be it'll be through the phone. See, like this one here.
Yeah, she had long hair.
Yeah, my hair was long.
If you're a newer viewer, that was Megan when we started the show. If you're a newer viewer, it's trying, but no.
Hang on, let me just check this. Hang on, let me see what's. Oh, yeah, the autofocus is on. Yeah, so that one there, yeah, selfie shot on the DSLR. And I have one of my niece that I absolutely love.
I knew you were going to pull out that one. I actually thought that's the one you were looking for. It's her favourite ever.
It's my absolute favourite portrait photo. I've even done like a few creative photos where you kind of do just something just kind of out of the box sort of thing. Bear with, I'm trying to find. There's also like some I really need to post more of my homegrown stuff, because I know that it ends up on my personal Facebook page. Who's being here?
It's turned into a photography show now, folks. Sub Vapes asked us what's good about New Zealand, and I went, we live here.
Yeah, we live here. That's what's awesome about it.
We live here.
Okay, yeah.
The depth in that photo, like, come on, autofocus. It's actually a really amazing photo. I believe that one's up on your photography page on Facebook, isn't it?
It should be, yes.
Yeah, it's a beautiful photo. Okay, I'm just gonna quick fire some answers at some questions that came through while you were talking. Live vlog. I don't know. Our shows sort of turn into ranting and rambling. That's where I was going. That we sort of don't need to vlog. Our show is a vlog in its own right, as well as, I hope, entertainment.
Yes.
Now, there was a big serious question, and I was like, oh, how am I going to answer that? Has vaping in New Zealand got the same status as the UK? Now, that's a hard question to answer, because the way you worded it, it sounds like, comparing countries. Both countries have recognised what vaping can do for their communities, for the population. I don't know about same status type, compare words. Vaping has come a long way in New Zealand because of the research done in the UK prior. So yeah, a lot of
I'm like thinking it's like we don't have the TPD restrictions. We don't have that.
So much
but we do have the same laws in regards to nicotine as Australia. However, at the moment, because our government had made an announcement to legalise the sale of nicotine e-liquids in our juice, that we sell here. They're still in kind of like in talks. Although I'm a little bit nervous in regards to that, because at the time when that announcement was made, we had National was in power, and now because like we had the elections and everything that had gone, late last year, Labour are now in power. So we are not sure currently where we stand in regards to Labour. And whether or not if they will still push through the announcement that National had announced to us.
It's still very much up in the air right at this minute. We don't quite know either way. We just know that with a new government that came in, new party in government power, I should say, that our vaping legislation is still there. It's still on the books. It's just not as priority in the list as it maybe was prior to government shifting around. So we're just a little unsure, but it hasn't been taken off. I'm trying to think of the right government word, and it's not coming to me. Hasn't been taken off the list to go through Parliament anyway. Hey, that white guy just strolled in. How you doing, honey? And Mr. Church just rolled in. It's been a while. Hope everybody's fabulous. We're just rambling about anything and answering questions today.
Yeah. What other questions are there?
Yeah. So that UK one, it's sort of it's a hard one to answer. That, like, I feel in a lot of ways that New Zealand is leaps and bounds in front of other countries in some aspects, not all. But then it's saying that, you know, things are still pause at the government level. So other places have progressed further beyond us than that. But there still may be a little bit more of a public type fight going on, as you know, the vapors or anti-vapors or pro-con, whatever wording you want to use for that. It's a little hard to compare a country status on an issue like that when governments may be similar, but countries themselves are different, and the population number actually matters when you're looking at those figures. We're tiny compared to you guys in the UK. I mean, I think we'd fit in a suburb in, like, London, to be honest. I don't even know. But yeah, we try and keep you guys as updated as we can, and we will have another show coming up in the not too distant of another round of news articles and chatting about what's going on in the news. Those things. So, you know, if you're a long-time viewer, you guys know our format. We like to throw it at you in chunks and have a whole episode of serious, and then have ones like tonight where we're just talking shit. Well, not entirely, but you know what I mean. Just chilling. Just chilling. All right. What else did I see out here in chat? Megan, do you cook?
Do I cook?
I don't know if someone's trying to set us up for internet dating or something. We were asked if we could cook.
I kind of can, but I currently don't.
I love how there's like dramatic pause.
Yeah, I was trying to think. It's like, how do I word this? I was like, yeah, I can cook, but at the moment I don't. My flatmate does all the cooking, and yeah, she is really fucking good at it. Really, really good at it.
Ooh, that's an interesting statement. Yeah, I said that I don't cook as often as I can possibly help it, and someone responded with, "Oh, so you're like my wife and you can burn water," and I was like, "No, I can cook. I just don't like to."
Yeah, usually when it comes to like me cooking, I like to try and at least put together a meal that is kind of like really quick to do. So like I'm a big fan of like pasta bakes, for instance, because
yeah, one pot or one container cooking is easy. Yeah,
one pan stuff. Those are things that you can sort of like throw together. Yeah, so pasta bakes, macaroni and cheese, things like that. Those are the really, really simple to do. I mean, yeah, I can cook. I just don't, because the flatmate does it all. I'd like to say that it's like, yeah, working here at the dispensary was an excuse as to why I don't cook, but yeah, it's just become an added excuse.
Would you say that New Zealand's, I'm not sure about but one of the most vape-friendly countries? That was also asked by a sub who asked us the question about us in the UK. I'm guessing, sub darling, that you're in the UK.
I would love to say yes, but to a degree, I'd say sort of.
We still have our crowd of antis amongst our population.
Yeah.
Vaping's becoming more accepted, more and more so, but there are still people fighting the same as everywhere else. I don't know, most accepted vaping country. I'm not sure there is one, to be quite honest, because there's going to be haters no matter where you go. People that don't understand, people that don't get it because they're not educated, or that mindset of people, you know, there are many types of people, but that mindset of people, I find, the people who just go, well, you might as well still be smoking, or if you wanted to quit, you would. Those people with that type of mindset, they're the biggest, loudest antis, biggest haters. We still have many of them here, but it's becoming more accepted. I would assume that of most countries across the globe, with all of us, you know, been fighting and advocating for the last few years. I would like to hope, I should say, that it's becoming more and more accepted in most countries.
Yeah.
Australia, not sure what they're
at. Yeah, I was thinking more along the lines of vaping in public spaces. For us, yeah, we have a thing.
Going to have haters on that issue.
Yeah, we have an act. We've got the Smoke Free Environments Act, which kind of prevents you from smoking in public spaces. So, so unlike most places in the US where you can light up a cigarette like inside, like in a restaurant or anything like that, or in a bar, you can't do that here. Here in New Zealand, you can't vape in bars or in restaurants or inside any establishment, so to speak. In regards to vaping, we kind of try to sort of tell all of our vaping community to treat vaping like it is smoking and not vape where you can't smoke. But at the same time, it's also at the owner of the establishment's discretion. I know that my father has asked one bar establishment, I think in Auckland, if it was okay for him to vape inside the bar, and they were okay with it, but that was completely up to them as an establishment as to whether or not if they would allow it. There are a number of cities who, like in all of our cities, have councils as well that they're implementing bans on vaping in particular places as well. So like outdoor playgrounds where there are kids, bus stops in the city, a lot of the inner city areas where they've put like a ban on smoking. Yeah, there's a ban on vaping as well. Yeah, it's more like just trying to use like a bit of common sense when it comes to like trying to vape here in New Zealand.
Sub's response, yes, he's in the UK, but he was just wondering what the most vape-friendly country that we could be inspired by was. That's why he's asked. Well, being that we look to the UK a lot for the actual medical research, sure, UK, look to New Zealand. We're vape-friendly. There you go.
Are you sure now?
Shh. Sounded good at the time.
It's like, yeah, we're friendly vapors.
Yeah, totes. I just put New Zealand's current population out in chat. We just had a census last month, so that is off Google, and it'll be the closest to accurate number you're probably going to get at this point, because there's always going to be a degree of the population that don't fill out the census.
Which is hilarious, because they must realise is that if you don't complete the census, you can get in trouble.
My bad. Sorry, that was answering Kenny's question, not Subs, about how big New Zealand is. My bad. Sorry, Kenny.
We're teeny. We're teeny tiny.
Yeah, but yeah, like 4.7, what did I just say up there? 4.75, let's say. Yeah, 4,750,000. I just rounded that up, like a couple of people. We could fit in most large cities, our entire country, you know, for you guys who deal in the millions in your populations of a large city. Yeah, albeit we're two islands, New Zealand could fit in one of y'all's suburbs. Most suburbs, not all of them.
Yeah, our population.
You know what I mean? Realizing. But yeah, New Zealand is a tiny wee country at the bottom of the world. We are not as small landmass wise as some countries. I just recently learned that South Korea is like way smaller than us, with about 3 times the population. So New Zealanders, we are really lucky to have our greenery, our land. If you live rural like I do, appreciate it, because not everybody can. You know, like actually looking at population numbers of areas makes you go, whoa. We actually have countryside. They might have like a minute worth of a paddock and then more housing. or something of the like, you know. We live in both, Kenny. Megan is at the bottom of the North Island and I am at the top of the South Island. So, yeah, we're in all of New Zealand together.
I'm in one island, she's in the other one.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm
Steve,
in our nation's capital, Wellington.
Yeah. Capital because the government's there, not capital by population mass amount size or land size. Just, yeah,
Auckland
the government
has the population.
Oh yes, Sub. You may not have seen a show since. Megan got a new microphone, so she's far clearer and louder now. Sub was just saying our audio. Oh, hang on. I had to throw a decker in. Yeah, we
throw a decker in there. What if the decker sign is still in Huntley?
You did that and Decker popped in my head. I know. It's there because it's a historic icon now. That's why they leave it up. It's actually a tourist icon now.
It's
Decker,
so
the
fucked up.
company, doesn't exist anymore in New Zealand or Australia. And they sign there because it's a historic land thingy now. Landmark,
so
that's the word.
It's the worst historical landmark ever.
I know, right? Oh. Okay, guys. Has anybody got any more questions? Because we are just chilling with y'all.
I saw in there's like favorite film.
Oh,
or TV,
I missed that one.
and TV series.
Oh, I missed that. The chat strolled by on me.
My favorite film is this one here.
Pulp Fiction.
I have a lot of favorite films, but yeah, I absolutely love this one. I have a badass motherfucker wallet.
You do. You do.
It's not exactly the same as like the one that's actually portrayed on the film, because I didn't want one that was just so blatantly obvious that's what it says. So mine's more of a black wallet with it kind of with the words kind of imprinted into the leather. Yeah, I love that wallet. I dread the day I have to replace it. It's so special because it's got like a secret note wallet pocket that no one knows about.
Sorry, just answering Gizzy out in chat. It's shaped like a beehive. Because apparently bees are good little workers, and there is a queen bee at the top bossing them all around, and that would be the Prime Minister.
So what's your favourite movie, Mox?
My favourite movie, I was like, ooh, the second you said that, I was like, I had all of these movies running through my head. I studied film and television. I'm a qualified makeup artist for film and TV. A qualification I haven't used in many a long time. But during and I'm also trained in film and TV production. So I don't use any of my current qualifications these days. But during those years of study, albeit already into films, I watched many, and I'm not sure I have favourites anymore because I analyse films in a different way rather than just watching a story these days. So I look for different things in different films. Has that one got awesome CGI or straight up great acting, or oh my god, the period makeup and costumes on that one? Like different things jump out at me that make a film memorable for me. So, right off the top of my head, to be honest, I have two films that are sitting side by side that I would say have been long time favourites, but I don't have just one, and I'm sure if you ask me at another time, I might come out with another film as my answer. But for right now, Natural Born Killers. I am an avid Quentin Tarantino fan, and that was one of his first films.
Yeah, that was going to be sort of like my next sort of like top off on it. It's like, yeah, Quentin Tarantino is like one of my favorite directors. I love his films.
I love his films for his directing style and the way he sees a whole different storyline vision for his films. Natural Born Killers had a really, well, if you've seen it, you know the story, but that like morbid love story right there through the psychoness of it all, fucking dig that. Natural Born Killers for me is a film of so many aspects that jump out at me. My other film I was going to say was 13 Ghosts. The director actually eludes me right this second off that one. I guess you'd call it a horror. These days, it's not really at the top gore horror standard, but it has amazing prosthetic makeup in it. And I know the amount of hours, time, love, passion that went into creating every single one of those characters on that movie. So if you haven't seen 13 Ghosts, it may or may not scare you in that horror aspect of the storyline, but the makeup will. Yeah, I'll stop there because I could ramble about films.
Yeah, I was a little bit perplexed. I was like, 13 Ghosts? Really?
Yeah,
I mean, it's like it had.
The story. Not for the story, for the complexity of that film set. I mean, that house that they filmed in, the production behind that film, the house itself, those characters, that makeup, the way it's filmed, and whether or not people are aware of this, I just assume people are aware of things with production. Films aren't, same as TV actually, aren't filmed in sequence. They're filmed all over the place. So actually something like 13 Ghosts, albeit not billion-dollar box office type budget, however, the production and money spent behind that film to create what it is, yeah, I dig that film for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, because I watched 13 Ghosts with my sister years ago, and it had drawn me in because much the same sort of thing. I mean, it's like I like the whole idea of like the glass house thing and like the characters and things like that had been captured, and it was interesting. And then story wise, the story was shit. Like I couldn't help but think it was shit. It had me enthralled about. In the first, I guess, like the first half of it, it had me sort of like, oh, and then all of a sudden it turned to like, oh, fuck.
I hate it when they do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
It did that to me as well. I'm talking about the first, like the original movie, not the remake.
yeah.
That had me like that as well. It's like, oh my god, yes. And then when the creature was revealed, I was like, oh, I was like, really, a bug?
Yeah, a bug. There's so many bug movies. So Sub just asked us what has been the influence of Lord of the Rings in New Zealand. Dude, we're an entire country that suddenly got really famous. Not that we weren't known before, but we got really famous off a director and a bunch of films that's based in Fantasyland. I think the whole country either went one way or the other, love it or hate it. um, Lord of the Rings influenced, and The Hobbit, actually, Peter Jackson himself, full stop, has influenced New Zealand a lot. Specifically, film industry, specifically, tourism industry. I mean, I have how many people, you guys out there in the US, who message me and go, if I come visit you, can you take me to Hobbiton? It's at the other end of the country, guys. Like, a ferry ride and a 10-hour drive, or like stupid amounts of planes and then still driving. It's not just down the road and we can all go visit. I've never been there. But yes, the country itself was influenced greatly by the entire series, and then its following. And there's still more to come. There's still more Hobbit movies coming, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, that was a series as well.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was a series.
Yeah, he says each book is its own film.
Yeah. I mean, the influence of it. Oh, Lord of the Rings. I mean, I suppose, like, with Peter Jackson doing it, I mean, we had the advantage of having, I suppose, like, the lush, scenic sets.
Well, lots of films come to be filmed in New Zealand because of our scenery.
Yeah.
But Lord of the Rings, being that we had a Kiwi director as well, well, the country's so overly proud. The world went mental that this was coming out of a little country that half the population of the globe had never heard of. Yeah, I personally think, whether positive or negative, there's definitely been Lord of the Ring influence. I say positively for film and tourism. There's always going to be negative because, like you guys, it's always going to be a question. Hobbits always come up. Lord of the Rings always come up.
Oh, yeah.
Some
I get
form
more
of
of, like, the
fashion.
Hobbits. It's like, are there Hobbits in New Zealand? It's like, you know there was a movie, right?
Yeah, right? It's like, do you guys really think that internet trolls exist and live on bridges sitting there with their laptops trolling? Well, that's the same sort of concept as asking us if the Hobbit's real. Unicorns are real, though. Just saying. Holomancy. Yeah, and of course, everything we ramble about is personal opinion. Just throwing that out there again, guys. Well, okay, so Magnum just threw out another perfect example. And Holla, honey, I haven't seen you for a while. Don't forget, we had Once Were Warriors and What Becomes of the Brokenhearted. Lord of the Rings was not the first world famous film from New Zealand. There were several before that, even like Goodbye.
Goodbye, pork pie.
Yeah, I suddenly wanted to say Georgie Pie. I was like, that's not right. Yeah, like that got really big, and I'm not sure about how globally known it was. I know that one was known big in Australia, but yeah, Once Were Warriors, less so of a reference in today's generation, I think. Very much a valid reference when we were growing up, when Once Were Warriors came out, reflected a different type of New Zealand that possibly still exists, but less so now. But just another example, you know, there have been other great movies that have made it on the global reach, but, well, let's not deny, like, seriously, that many films and that much production, global production, money. Lord of the Rings will never be forgotten. Hobbit series will never be forgotten. It will be like a tourism franchise, cashed on thing forever, I think.
And see, like, people are like rattling off like movies and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's Whale Rider, The Frighteners,
Oh,
The
see,
Piano,
the Frighteners had
Michael J.
J.
Fox in it.
Like, that was one that hit the global scene because he was in it. Half the people who watched it didn't know it was filmed here, made here. But because Michael J was in it, oh, I watched that. Oh, okay. Maxie's claiming she's not a unicorn anymore and she's a hobbit because she's got hairy feet. Okay, you own that, darling. You own that.
Guess The Piano was filmed in New Zealand.
The piano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anna
Piano
Paquin
was amazing.
Anna
Yeah.
Paquin, the little girl,
Anna
she is a
Paquin
Kiwi.
is a Kiwi. She is a Kiwi. What's that program that she's currently on? I've seen her. She's on some TV series right now. I've totally just blanked it. I've watched it recently. Anyway, she is out there. She has been on the film and TV circuit in the US and the UK, you know, doing her thing globally for many. She's the same age as us. I actually think she might be a year younger. I hear you clicking.
Yeah, it's going. It's like, what? What are you doing?
That means internet's playing up.
Yeah. In regards to to Anna Paquin, yeah, the only program that I'm thinking of that sort of like jumped into me when you were like talking about TV programs that she's been on, she was on True Blood. She was a main character on that.
There's actually a period drama that I've seen her on recently, which was the name I was trying to remember.
Oh,
but
yes, another one you're talking about. But she was also on like another film that was based on like around. Oh gosh, she played.
Cross fingers, guys. Cross fingers. Oh, I don't know what your internet's doing right now, Megan.
Oh, what's happening? Because it's fine now.
We're still streaming, but we've been in the red for a little while. So it'll be coming through glitch. Yeah. I just wondered if... No, it hasn't come back green again. It's still streaming. It's still recording. We'll just be a little bit buffery and glitchy, I think. Oh, okay. So we're just rambling about films now. Should we wrap it up, darling? We could actually have this conversation about Kiwi films and famous directors and films that you didn't know were filmed here in New Zealand or from a Kiwi, someone on that production team. There are many, many. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Sarah.
Yes,
and we've gone green again.
She did marry her co-star with from True Blood. God, I can't even remember his name off the top of my head.
And well, there's lots of films out there like on the global film circuit, the world circuit, that a lot of people don't know that Sam Neill is one of our most accomplished and famous Kiwi actors, and he's out there doing films with all of y'all, like Anna Paquin. Did you know he was a Kiwi? He's been rocking it on the stage for us for a long time.
Oh, that's right.
He's
Jurassic
a new film.
Park,
it's just
man.
What was it? Yep, Jurassic Park. And there's a new film just come out right now that Sam Neill's playing the lead in, and a whole lot of people. I've just blanked on the film name. It's just about to launch, just coming out in New Zealand, something along these lines. And I saw something on a news thing, Stephen Sharp or something, while I was briefly at Mum and Dad's. And heaps of people did not know, including Kiwis, did not know that was Sam Neill that they were staring at.
Really?
And that made me want to go, that's a film I want to watch, because if you don't know a really, and of course, like only somebody who knows an actor's style, voice, etc., if they can fool you, they're doing a good acting job. And he is an amazing actor. He always has been. Oh yeah, we had Avatar. Scenes of Avatar was filmed here. The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise was filmed here. There was another one I just thought of down south. Okay, that's a silly question. Sorry, I just got distracted with chat, but we're rambling about films. Kiwi fruit in New Zealand, that's what they're called, is a fruit. Kiwi, our national bird, is a bird. The people in New Zealand, called Kiwis, are the mammal. Does that make your question clearer, Gizzy? I'm aware that our kiwi fruit...
We don't call kiwi fruit kiwis. Or kiwi.
Yeah, our kiwi fruit are called just kiwis elsewhere in the world, whereas we have the kiwi bird, which is our national bird. So I hope that cleared that up for y'all overseas.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his face? What is his face? Oh my God. Don't hate me for those out there who love him. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, that's his name?
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson, yeah. He went to school in Auckland. That's why, apparently, he was the first pick to be Maui on the Moana movie. Sorry, I just caught a comment out there in the live chat about Moana. That's why he was picked to be Maui, because, A, he looks the part visually, and he did some schooling here in New Zealand. Dumb, eh? Oh, yeah, Jermaine Clement. He's one of our most famous Kiwis rocking the circuit right now. I just saw him in another show the other night as well. I watched so much internet live streaming. The programs start to blur together, and I'm like, was it that one? And I can't think of its name. Jermaine Clement, one half of the Flight of the Conchords. I was about to call him a Lost Concord. Flight of the Conchords is a band here in New Zealand, and now Jermaine Clement is taking the world as a new director and actor. He was in Men in Black 2. Yeah, I think it was the second one. And he's currently doing a whole lot of film and TV. He's done a whole lot of film as well. Oh, hey, yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Tim Morrison. He was in the Star Wars movie with the clones, the Attack of the Clones. Tim Morrison.
Yeah, he was in Speed 2 as well. That movie was... Bleh.
Yes, that's right. Didn't get very far on the global scene, though, did he?
You're not in Guatemala now, Dr. Ropata.
No. And I think he was a little bit too mouldy to get away with being so many other ethnicity roles that you can play. I don't know, that's just my personal.
Oh, who was the actor who played Uncle Bully? He's done the circuit in movies as well, and he's done quite well.
He has. Someone out there in chat, remember?
Cliff Curtis.
Cliff Curtis, thank you. Yep. You're not in chat, but Megan, you remembered. Cliff Curtis, yeah, he's getting out there.
Dame Kitty Takanawa. She's so bougie.
Oh, sorry. Was Jermaine Clement in Men in Black 3? My bad. I thought it was number 2. My bad. Oh, yes, Taika Waititi. He's becoming a very fast Kiwi famous director and is going to be directing...
He directed Thor, the Ragnarok. He directed that one. And he purposely put in some Kiwi puns.
Did he?
The next one.
I haven't seen Ragnarok.
Yeah, he's also one of the characters on there. It's quite... Oh, God, it's so funny. Put on like a bro voice on. Just...
Sir Edmund Hillary. Well, yes, he is a very, very famous Kiwi, isn't he? And now, can I just say, Russell Crowe, to my understanding, someone correct me if I'm wrong, because I very much could be, Russell Crowe's Australian, not a Kiwi. This is my belief. Somebody Google that shit.
Russell Crowe. He Sure, he was
I
born
think we
here.
tried to claim him off some film years ago, but I believe he's Australian.
He considers himself Australian because he lives in Australia, but he was actually born in New Zealand.
He
Born
was
in
born
Wellington.
here?
Yeah.
Well, look, I was wrong. There you go. I learned something today, guys, as we're strolling about the movie realm. He's a dick, so we don't care about him anyway. Just saying. Cliff Curtis was in The Walking Dead.
Oh no,
Awesome.
Fear the Walking Dead, not The Walking Dead. It's a spin-off.
My bad. I don't watch zombies, so I wouldn't have ever seen him. I hate zombies. Jonah Lomu. Wow, one of the American crew knows a Kiwi. Yes, Jonah Lomu's a Kiwi.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
you guys can
just keep thinking Russell Crowe's Australian because we don't want him. My personal opinion, of course. Yes, I mentioned Sam Neill there, Gizzy. Okay, so as I said before we had the glitch, we're just rambling about the rambles now. But we love to hang with y'all, and we know, we know, we love answering the random questions that enable the rambling. Hey, feeling Megs? Shall we wander up?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, I thought it was like, well, we might as well go on for like another 14 minutes and it'll be like a 2-hour show.
We can easily ramble that shit, Oh yes, Maxine, you're quite right.
That's right. The pavlova is the New Zealand dessert.
Yeah. For anybody who thought that was Australian, don't believe their lies. Don't believe their lies. Pavlova is a New Zealand delicacy created here, and Australians try and steal it all the time. All the time. Yeah, as you can tell, if you didn't already know, there is a healthy rivalry between New Zealand and Australia, as much as a sisterhood, brotherhood when it's needed.
Yes. It's like we will back each other when we need to be backing each other. But
Okay, I don't know that name that Gizzy just put in chat. I'm sorry, I'm feeling dumb now. I have no idea who that is.
Bowden Barrett.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The rugby player.
See, I hate sports. I would have never have known. John Alomo's just famous, and he got famous when I was at school, so that's how I know his name. I hate sports.
Bowden Barrett, he's the kicker for the Hurricanes and the All Blacks. Kind of took Dan Carter's place when Dan Carter went overseas.
Again, another name I don't know. Seriously, if you're throwing sporting names out there or historical names, I'll just be like blank face. Yeah, who's Alana Curry? Are you claiming she's a Kiwi too? I love how the Americans throwing these names out there, and it's like I have never heard of these people. Martin Henderson. Yes, he is a Kiwi. Yes, I met him years ago. I have his autograph. Apparently he's like one of the hottest things over there in the US market at the minute. Yeah, he's a Kiwi. I don't think he's hot, but he's a Kiwi.
Martin Henderson. Yeah, the last thing I saw him on, that was an American thing. He's currently on Grey's Anatomy.
Carl and Keith Urban related. Carl Urban, Keith Urban. I have no idea. Yay! Okay, I don't do sports, but kudos to Gizzy in the US to having All Blacks as his favourite rugby team. Hell yeah, boy.
I shouldn't have taken a vape as I was trying to clear my blooming throat.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
She was part of the Thompson twins, according to Sarah. The Alana Curry. Still clueless. The only people I remember off that show are the Thompson twins, who are very aged these days.
Thompson twins?
The Thompson twins. Martin Henderson's very big, is he?
Band.
Cool. Yes, yes it is.
Yeah, she's a member of the Thompson Twins.
Richie McCoy. Okay, I know his name too, but yeah. Yeah, he's a famous.
I was wondering as to whether or not if he was like referring to Richie McCaw.
Oh yeah, him too. Because I don't watch sports, so yeah, I'll agree with you, Megan, and McCaw. Yeah, I would assume it's the same person.
The Urbans are not related.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of age showing out there in chat with those questions. You guys that are older than us and throwing out things I barely remember.
I was a child. A little child.
Yeah, that's how I remember who the Thompson Twins were. It was like, you're a band. I don't remember their music. I just remember you're an 80s band. I was very young. So, we've got a couple of vendors that we're lining up. We just got to get the things happening. Farlet. Don't talk to me about horses.
Yes, the skeleton of Farlap is currently in Te Papa. Te Papa, for those that don't know, is like it's a museum.
Yeah, we took his bones back because he is a Kiwi horse. Australians can't have him. Right, so we've got a couple of vendors lined up, in the process of being lined up, I should say. For the coming weeks, we just, that waiting game of the juice arriving in time for a show and all the things lining up for the schedule. But we will have some new juice tastings coming to you hopefully very, very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, next week on the show, we are going to launch the NZVI juice line, and I will show labels and tell all the details about that then. Trying to think what else we got coming up, Megs. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and sub to the channel, or tell your mates about the channel if you found us vaguely entertaining. We don't do little video uploads. We do live show, keeping it real for you guys so that we can interact and have a laugh with you guys. Talk some shit. Yeah. What would you like to say to the peoples, Megan? Ooh, hang on, pause. Yes, we do have a discount code. Adore e-liquid, which is a US brand, and above my head on the show is one of our global sponsors. You can get 10% off any of her juice line at any time. It is a permanent code of, all lowercase or one word, Ohm Kiwis Rock. That is the discount code, Ohm Kiwis Rock, all smushed together, one word. So if you want to try some of Dawn's liquid over at Adore, there's a discount code for you guys. We have had other codes with other vendors periodically over the times, and we tell you about those when they stroll through, but that is a permanent code that we have for the door. So try some yummy. She's got some yummy. Okay, now Megan, go.
Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have to say that this was probably actually a really fun show. I mean, the fact that we sort of veered off the whole topic of talking about vaping, that's all good. I'm fine with that. I can talk about other stuff all day. In case you didn't realise, if you want to follow either myself or Mox, our links and stuff have been sort of scrolling across the bottom of the screen there, or they can be found in the description. I had a ball, an absolute ball. So if you want to catch us, we will be back on Wednesday, and until further notice as to whether or not we'll be switching days, we will let you know on Wednesday. Be good to each other. Be good to each other.
Oh, you're going to make a song now. Sorry, I was just reading chat.
Well, I saw that you were distracted, so I was like, okay, I'm just going to make na 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 na.
Thank you, Maxie. Bless, bless. Yes, Dawn has some amazing liquid. Be good to each other, guys. Like, I go through hell and back fucking almost every other week at the moment, it seems. And the one thing that gets me through are my friends, vape friends and other world friends alike. But, you know, family, albeit there's blood, they're there, they're family. But family in the vape life realm are friends you have chosen yourself to consider your family. So yeah, treat each other right. Like, it's only making sense there. Oh, okay. So what have I said tonight? Yes, we will do a poll up on our Ohm Kiwis Facebook page as to whether or not this slot on a Sunday in New Zealand, so it's late Saturday night in the US, or actually most other spots in the globe were in any other time but Sunday, or just kicking into it, I believe. Yeah, whether or not this time slot works better for you guys than our usual Wednesday. We've always been conscious of the fact that our usual time slot on a Wednesday is right when people are getting home from work, cooking dinner, you know, fam times, all of that. But we have always tried to pick a slot that has worked in some degree for both the New Zealand community and our fam over there overseas who like to come and hang with us every week. So yeah, albeit we've both gone into daylight savings and the times are just shifted again, which brings us a little bit closer over winter. I think we've lost 2 hours of the gap between us over winter. So yeah, does this slot work for you better than a Wednesday evening? Remember, I'm always saying New Zealand time. We'll put a poll up. We'll get your thoughts and we will let you guys know on this coming Wednesday show. So today being Sunday, that's like 3 days away. You'll see us again. Yeah, we'll let you guys know if it will stay Wednesday or if we'll be moving. So yeah, if you want your say on that, guys, if you want to talk to us at any time, if you've got questions, if you want to see something on the show, if you're a vendor, if you've got a prize at home, a little product or something, you don't want it anymore, you want to piff it, pay it forward to somebody else, and you want to throw it in on our 1K giveaway mystery boxes, holler at us on the Facebook page. Any of the things, we're reachable at any time. Like Meg said, all the links and the places down below, the things. Please. I just had to pause there for a minute. You know I'm not done.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Yeah, we're trying to get to 1K, guys. So hit that sub button. And yes, we will be having a brief after party. So
Don't
stick
forget
around.
that little bell icon. Bing, bing,
Oh,
bing,
yes.
bing.
Yes, when you sub to the channel, make sure you hit the bell. Then you get a notification from YouTube when we've gone live. So, yeah. Today's just been chilling, hanging, some vaping. Negs. I just renamed you. You're in Negs. Megs got her setup name today. Blackberry. Yeah, theme song in it. Yeah, we've just chilled with y'all and we'll be back in 3 days to tell you guys some more things and some more ramblings and chill some more. So remember out there, fam, I'm gonna get the serious voice on. Remember, fam, research your information so that you are informing yourself so that you can educate others and advocate truthfully. Be good to yourselves and each other, fam. We will see you in 3 days and prepare all the random questions again because we love them. It has been a great show. We're going to go out on some clouds. Mwah! Loves to y'all. And yeah, keep it cloudy, keep it real. Oh, she's popping 4 streams and the O's. Banging out. Come on, trick it, girl. Sorry, I couldn't help that.
Oh my god.
Now I won't be able to do anything.
We usually try to keep the show interesting.
Yeah. And if you guys hadn't noticed, we do a little ramble with our cards at the end of the show now because, you know, we like to laugh at us.
Yeah. We do all the things and the stuff and the stuff and the things.
And I try and blow O's, but, you know, I'm just blowing blowjob snowballs at everybody.
Oh, blowjob snowballs. No.
What would you call it when you're pulling a face like that?
No, my response was going to be something. I said, nope, that still sounds terrible. It's your O face.
Oh, damn! Yeah, that's my O face.
Bubbles!
Fuck. I hope you guys are laughing along with us. I'll throw the Zoom link chat out there. Sorry, Zoom link in chat. There we go. In just a minute, if you guys want to come hang for the after party and chat with us. Chillin'.
Yeah, I'll try and stick around for a few minutes.
Yeah. Alrighty, lovely dovelies. I was going to call everyone doves just then. Fuck, I've been tongue-tied tonight. Anyway, hope your clouds and your next few days are lovely, darlings. And, yeah, we'll see y'all real soon.
Oh, no. Hi.